I think we should add some more senses.
God, I wish I just killed someone instead. That was so terrifying.
What are like the sight, smell, taste, hearing,
There are
and
way more
touch?
than 5 senses.
Umami.
That's like the five umami.
Umami's
That's
one.
like the 5 senses. Let's add some more.
No, but there's
Monkey brain.
more. There's
There
way
are
more than
more.
5.
Nah, let's add our own.
Oh, monkey brain.
Monkey brain's one.
Heat. My sense of heat.
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Well, that's just touch.
No, it's not. I have to touch the sun to know it's hot, mate. Okay.
But you feel the heat with your sense of touch.
I'm not feeling the heat with my sense of touch. I'm feeling with my sense of heat.
Yeah, you're not making contact with anything.
But you are. It's just because you can't see what you're making contact with. Fucking hell.
I'm with Ben. No, I'm with Ben.
I'm
100%.
What do you
fairly
mean? If you
certain-
put your
I'm
hand
fairly
over a hot
certain-
stove, you're not touching the stove, but it's
you can
your sense
feel
of
the
touch
heat.
because the heat's
Yeah.
coming off the stove. Because of
Wrong.
just because your eyes can't see red wavy lines.
No. I'm fairly certain that your sense of heat is actually one of the senses, but it's not one of the 5 that you get taught in primary school that everybody only learns.
Look up, lady. Could you please?
Yeah, we've got like
Embarrassing.
3 things to look up in the last.
I'm getting a lot of Bruce Willis for some reason.
I think there's another sense for like when you're sitting there.
Actually, you're right, Aiden. Thermoception. We know whether our environment is too hot or too cold.
By the sense of touch.
And never yell at old people.
I like the sense of you're like sitting there and you're like, someone's looking at me, and you turn around and someone in the cafe goes like this. There's that thing that
Yeah.
looks away. And you're like,
That is weird that you know someone's falling. Someone's looking at
you
you.
can like feel it. I do that all the time. I look at someone, they look away, and it's not good at all. I'm just sort of like,
It's me
I'm like, why would I be looking up there?
pulling up at a light.
Yeah.
It's an instant thing at a light now. I used to not do it, and now I pull up to the light and go. Sometimes.
Do it to the camera. Do it to the camera.
Be driving, get to a red light, and just. And I'll make eye contact.
But that's
I'm
because
not-
they're
I'm not-
doing it as well.
I avoid it.
I
avoid
love-
it.
I
I
think
just
it's
look
hilarious.
straight ahead.
I sometimes wave. I think it's very funny.
People you know. You pull up to the lights, then you have that little hey, blah blah blah, yeah, and then you get another light,
Yeah.
and you have to be like,
Yeah.
It's like when you walk the same direction home together.
That's another sense. When you're driving up a traffic light and it's green, you see it and you're like, this is gonna go yellow any second, and you're too far away and it goes yellow, and you fuck.
Yeah, that's
You can
your-
feel it coming. You're like,
your
this isn't gonna
sense of
stay green.
Timing, which Ben would say is probably a sense of touch because you know how much fucking wind has touched you in the time. Fuck off, Ben. You suck.
That one's chronoception.
Wow.
How we sense the passing of time.
what else does BuzzFeed say we've got?
Proprioception. I've heard of this
That's
one.
how
That's
yeah.
knowing which parts of your body are where they are without looking. It's how you can type without looking at a keyboard or walk around without
That's a
having
sense
to
of
look at your
touch,
feet.
though, because I know where my hands are. 'cause
It
they're
is, if you're
touching
not
thing.
touching the keyboard.
It's not a sense of touch.
I don't think these are actual senses. These are just
All right.
bullshit.
I did know a thing.
Psychology.
I did know a thing about we had the 5 senses, and then they were like, no, we've actually got like 15, and they like expanded them. But I don't think that's necessary. Just add it into touch. You know what I mean? I don't need.
But
that
it's
to-
different. And,
7
and there are
senses
some animals that don't
foundation.
have
If
it.
you're not touching a keyboard, you can't just go and be typing exactly what you've got to be already touching it. It's just a spatial sense that you've got.
We've got that's vision, hearing, smell, taste, touch, pain, temperature.
How are touch and pain different? Tell me right now.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, you can get like
That's fair enough.
pain inside your stomach, and it's not like you
You don't
can
have to be
really.
touching
I'm not just
anything.
talking
Pain
fingers.
isn't just touch, though. Pain isn't just touch. What do you mean? Your nerves aren't saying I'm in pain because you're touching me?
I don't think a headache counts as touch, like because it's not actually real physically happening. It's just
You
signals
guys are
in your
thinking
brain.
like this. I'm just using touch as the
You're-
shorthand for. It's the one
Any
sense
any
of feeling
sensation.
something. Yeah, physical
That's right.
sensation.
That's right. That's what we get taught in primary school.
yes, because
So you're gonna
it's
have to
true.
fucking move on.
It's true, and that's
It
why we
might be
learn it.
true.
I don't
but
think
I don't
the
think it is.
distinction matters for normal people. It's just neuroscientists that are like,
And-
hey,
and-
there's a bit more grey to
Yeah,
this.
yeah, that's
Famously, we're neuroscientists.
Can we get off the science and start making our own? That's what I want.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I need a sense of entitlement. That's one of my
That's a
senses.
good one.
You
Which I definitely have.
I need it. It's mine to have. Give it.
Yes, I need a sense of entitlement.
There's a sense of like when I go to probably a food court and I get some Chinese food from a thing and I'm eating it and I'm like, I'm gonna have diarrhea later.
Yeah.
I think that
Sense
should be
of
a
diarrhea.
sense of diarrhea.
Yeah,
That's
for
a good one.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure as well.
Yeah.
That's really true.
Sense of foreboding. I have that one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Every
It's like-
now and then it's worked out. Like have you ever had like a bad dream or something and then something bad's happened the next day. Nothing like that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I know it's fucking woo, but
No,
but
I
lots
get
of
that.
people have stories like
you feel
that.
like, oh, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, and then something does.
You're sitting there, you got this
Which
feeling.
is definitely confirmation bias.
Got this
but
weird feeling of
we're making
foreboding.
stuff up, aren't we?
My
Science.
mother had a dream that someone was having a baby. Well, someone in our family was having a baby, and then someone in our family had a baby only 3 years later.
Wow.
I had a dream about a car accident, and then my auntie got in a car accident the next day. So
My
explain that.
My grandfather had a dream about he had 6 pillars in his dream, and one of them fell over, and then the next day was told that his brother died, and he had 6 brothers. Isn't that weird?
I was in the car the other day and I had a weird feeling of foreboding. I was sitting there feeling like, what the fuck's going on? And then I looked to my right and Aiden's looking at me.
That's true. I was there with Kate.
No. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's really funny. I've been doing this gag recently, and I think it's a classic gag. Everybody knows it, obviously, but I do this gag in the car where if I pull up next to somebody that I know, I'll say, hey, roll down your window. And I have my window already rolled down. As soon as I roll down the window, I roll mine up.
That's good stuff.
It's a dick move.
I
quite
think it's
good.
so funny.
It's just fun.
I think that's
Just good,
so
wholesome fun.
funny.
I have a sense of, there's a fuckwit in the car next to me.
Sense of fuckwit.
Yeah.
I think sense of foreboding, sense of diarrhea is very interesting. I know that I have a sense if I look at someone, I guess it's look, but if I look at someone, I know it's going to be a pain to deal
Sense
with
of
them.
look.
Sense of look.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've dispelled a lot of the shit you learn in primary school. This very
to me.
scientific stuff.
Sense of
The
what
sense of
would you
look.
call it? Your vision.
Yeah, my sense of look, my sense of sniff, my sense of lick, my sense of
You're the one that said we had to go away from science, so I've left it behind.
and my sense of
Aiden doesn't do things by half.
Your sense of what? I don't want to be pulled up.